I know what you're thinking. It's been a long time since I've done one of these thoughts on videos where I kind of give you my first impressions and opinion on movie trailers that have recently dropped. So you're kind of wondering why start up again now? And it's because in the past couple of days, two movie trailers were released that associate with two properties I have long associated with. That would be Jurassic Park and Spider-Man. And also the reason why I chose these two trailers to kind of discuss here is because I feel they're clear-cut examples of how hype can greatly impact your perception of a movie based off of its initial kind of first looks. Let's start with Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, I believe it's called. I'm a huge fan of the first Jurassic Park movie, and quite frankly, none of the films that came after hold the torch to it. That is an instant classic for me. But Jurassic World, I thought, was fine for what it was, which what it was to me was a big budget sci-fi movie. Sci-fi S-Y-F-Y. It's dumb and cheesy, but there is some good action and some cool sequences here or there throughout the film to keep my focus. And apparently the world at large agreed with me because that movie made a bajillion some simoleons or something like that. So of course a sequel was inevitable. And ever since 2015 we've been hearing about what they may or may not be doing with Jurassic World 2. What are they gonna up the stakes on with regards to another movie? Are we gonna have some long-standing returning cast members coming back and kind of supporting cameos? What does the future hold for this Jurassic World franchise? Turns out, based off the initial teaser trailer, run away from dinosaurs and an island that's about to explode. Now, yeah, it's a teaser trailer, so they might not be showing all their cards to you just yet, but this teaser trailer seems to cover a lot of ground, from revisiting our oh-so-memorable characters of Chris Pratt's guy and Bryce Dallas Howard's woman, going back to the island for reasons that seem very similar to the reasons people went to Site B in The Lost World. Hey, speaking of The Lost World, we got ourselves a Jeff Goldblum cameo, because if Independence Day Resurgence taught us anything, it's that a Jeff Goldblum cameo will certainly save your movie and not make it a big flop. Knock on wood? Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard go back to the island to save the dinosaurs before the island's blown up. Cool, I guess, and Blue's still out there somewhere, so of course we gotta get in that whole raptors are just big puppies now. I don't know, the trailer really screams a lot of been there, done that to me. Now, that might not be the case, but based off of everything Colin Trevorrow, who I don't believe is directing this installment, but he's still got kind of a creative consultant or producer credit attached to this film. Based off of a lot of what he was saying and a lot of what the studio was saying, it was going to be a drastic progression of the story for Jurassic World compared to where they left off. And I don't know about you, but a bunch of people on an island running away from dinosaurs doesn't really scream drastic progression to me. This is one of those franchises I was kind of secretly hoping would go batshit. Like, just go full-on Dino Riders at this point and have people do World War D. People riding velociraptors into battle with lasers attached to their heads. Vincent D'Onofrio was halfway there in the last movie. And who knows, maybe that is something they'll go for in this movie, but they haven't shown it yet. But a majority of the footage in the teaser really just does scream, you liked all this in the previous movie, so we'll just give you more of it. So I'll probably still go see Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom at some point in the summer because it is a big summer blockbuster, and God knows in this day and age I need my escapism more than ever, but I'm not anticipating great things from this sequel, and honestly I'm kind of hoping that this is where it starts to drop off a little bit and they start to take chances. Because so far you don't see those chances on display. Even when they were touting a return to more practical effects and animatronics, do you see a lot of practical effects or animatronics in this trailer? No, not really. It's a lot of that CGI cartoon bullshittery. Very much like its predecessor, it'll probably be stupid with some fun moments, but I need a little bit more to challenge me as a viewer. Something along the lines of the teaser trailer for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, for example. So this is going to be a computer-generated animated movie that's going to be released next Christmas. And I gotta say, this is an example of a teaser trailer that's showing off a lot of risks. First off, it's computer-generated animation. But it's done stylistically and conveyed really well in this teaser with a mixture of almost Blade Runner-ish neo-noir backgrounds, incorporating a little bit of like a comic booky sense of animation to impacts and hits, and honestly a little bit of jerkiness that some people might find annoying or almost like clunky frame rate from a video game. I find there's sort of a charm to it. Even though I know it's not stop motion animation, it's very reminiscent of that and kind of along the lines of other animated features like Paranorman or Kubo and the Two Strings that are actually stop motion animated and computer generated. Like it's trying to emulate that feel almost and that appeal. So the animation already is sort of a challenge for this film. 2, doesn't look to be set anywhere close to what Sony and Marvel are doing with Marvel Cinematic Universe films and incorporating Spider-Man into that universe. This looks to be completely standing on its own, a la Deadpool or even a little bit Logan, where it's going to be just your pure love and appreciation of all things Spidey that's going to hold your focus and your entertainment. And 3, Miles Morales as the central protagonist from the looks of things. Now, with a title like Spider-Verse and the ending scene of the teaser trailer, I'm guessing that Peter Parker and a couple of other spider folk are going to show up. It looks like they really want to focus on Miles Morales as our central hero. Even though I am a fan of the Miles Morales character, having him kind of carry the film in and of itself is something of a gamble. As much as Miles has become something of a fan favorite to comic people, he's not really that well known in the general viewing audience. So I'm really curious if Sony Animation and Marvel are able to pull off this hat trick of having a lesser known spider character be the breakout star of this film. And honestly, that makes Into the Spider-Verse much more of an anticipated viewing for me than Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom and Avengers Infinity War. Now, hold up here, fanboys. Don't get me wrong. I'm looking forward to Infinity War, and I'll be there first things first opening weekend, ready to see all of these characters coalesce and bring the hurt on to Thanos. But something about this Into Spider-Verse trailer challenges me not just as a fan of Spider-Man stuff, but also as a fan of really slick animation. I like what the studios outside of Disney and Marvel have been doing with comic book properties in the past year or so. Deadpool, Logan, and now this. These are all kind of unique risks that studios seem to be willing to want to take. And I really hope a project like Into Spider-Verse can be more of a service to characters like Peter Parker and Miles Morales equally. So to recap Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, it's giving you pretty much everything you would expect in a Jurassic property at this point, and nothing really that outlandish or sticks out in the mind, but it may yet surprise us, who's to say. Into the Spider-Verse, it's promising a lot of things outside what we would expect. But again, who's to say if that'll pay off in the long run or not? I personally hope it does. But we'll see in the months ahead with more first looks and more, international trailers or extended trailers or pretty much 50% of the movie being displayed on YouTube and video clips. It's so hard to keep anticipation and excitement for projects these days when everything is just getting spoiled in the marketing. In fact, you can probably check out a chat that Jason Fury from Neverending Radical Dude and I did a while back with regards to movie marketing. I might just leave my impressions of the movies at these teaser trailers and try to go into these films as blank as possible.